Hello, hello, hello. I hope y'all are ready to get dragged. I'm Anna Rumor at PopCulture.
And I'm Nick Valdez from comicbook.com.
And this is Dragged, where we offer our unfiltered opinions about Drag Race because it's time to crown a winner, baby. Today we're going in on the grand finale of RuPaul's Secret Celebrity Drag Race Season 2, and it all comes down to this. This is the end of the road. Now, Nick, right off the bat, who were you rooting for going into the final episode? Thirsty Von Trapp, Chakra 7, or Poppy Love?
I was rooting for Thirsty. Thirsty had such a great week with Gaga. And I was like, we talked about this in our last episode. Please go check that out. Please check out everything before we get to the finale.
Right, no spoilers here.
But I was so into, Thirsty, and she peaked at just the right time. I was like, this is it. It's Thirsty's crown to win. I can't wait. And, and then we get into it.
Yeah. No, I was of the same mindset of you. So let's get into the episode and see how disappointed we were in the end. No, I wasn't disappointed, but it wasn't Thirsty.
It wasn't Thirsty.
Before we get into the final performances, we had, the last kind of promenade parade of all the queens that we've met this season. I thought everyone looked amazing, but, Chakra was my favorite look of the night. She looked fabulous. She had this giant gold gown with the third eye on her forehead. It was, I was like, wait, do I want Chakra to win?
Chakra had a unique look from the beginning, right? Like we didn't always really match with her vision, but she's always had the third eye gimmick, the chakras, and like seeing it come together in like the grand finale look really, really worked. And, I was just a little distracted because I was like, there are so many blonde wigs. I was like, was there a sale? Is there a surplus? Is there a warehouse full of them somewhere that each and every contestant needed to be blonde? I don't know.
I wonder why. I guess, blondes have more fun, so I guess I'm biased there. Oh, but you know who I loved seeing? Donna Bellissima, our girl, back on the stage with the sign that said normalize kitten heels, which, work.
Yeah, she really had a message, and I'm all here for it. I wish, top 3, Donna, you could have been here. You should have been here. You were robbed.
Robbed. She came out with a sign. I was like, oh, what's she gonna say? And I read it. I was like, amazing. Yes, correct. I love that you have your platform and you're like, my heels were just fine, thank you.
We can't wait to go see your show. Day one. Day one, front row. I can't wait.
Then we got into the final performances, and the theme was everybody say love. So everyone kind of took their own perspective on that, which was great to see. We started off with Chakra 7, who did Better Be Good to Me by Tina Turner, and I felt like she was really feeling the Tina,
Yes, it was there. The whole look, the attitude, it was good to us,
Yeah, she better be good to us, and she was.
I was like, okay, here are all 10 chakras. I'm here for it. The vision of her performance came together with the Frankenstein's monster kind of get up, and she was there. This was her grand finale. I'm glad it all worked out at the end. This wasn't one of the weeks where we were like, oh, what are you dressed as? Oh, what are you doing?
And that's the thing about Chakra, she's never done a bad performance. The only ones I haven't liked have been ones I haven't gotten. So maybe that's a personal fault, And watching this, I was like, wow, she really is nailing it. The face was there, the moves were there, the attitude was there. And I started to turn on myself. I was like, how dare you not like the lunch lady in space?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too, because I was like, oh, maybe I'm just not I'm not on the same chakra levels, maybe I need to up my own chakras and get to that level of existence,
Exactly. And what is drag if not really going out there and doing your own thing? And Chakra has done that really all season long. So for that, we've got to commend her.
Absolutely. What a strong way to finish a show, and what a strong run in general. I think looking back, like we said, it's really only been the times where we didn't get it. Yeah. But clearly the judges did, and this is why she's here. It made a lot of sense.
It did. Except for the bird one. I will never get on board with that, and I will never know if that was good. Sorry. Moving on to Poppy Love with I Touch Myself. Poppy has been such a strong contender all season, and this was such a fabulous intersection of funny, sexy, sassy. I love this performance. It was so much fun.
I think I was missing the reveal. You know, I guess I guess the picture was the reveal, but like, I don't know. I was like, oh, she's been doing that all this time, and that's become her gimmick, this competition. Yeah. And to not do it in the finale, I was kind of bummed, but I was really all into the bubble look. I'm a sucker for like the fake plastic bubbles. And in the performance, the comedy was there, the sass, the spiciness was in there. Poppy was really loving herself, like, and you know, in many more ways than one, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was down for it. Like, but Poppy's been strong since the beginning, and we did talk about how she might have plateaued up until the finale, but here it's like, oh, this is why you're here, Poppy. Like, this is why we've been loving you this whole time. It all clicked at just the right time. Yeah,
it's so weird. It almost took me back to like week 2 Poppy, which I'm not sure you really want to go backward typically in performances, but it took me back to that more, I don't know, it just felt a little bit more fun, a little bit less thought out back in the beginning.
Yeah, like loose, right? Like just in her element right then and there.
Yes, a little less practiced, a little less thought through. It felt more like, you know, like AJ got out of his head and was able to actually embody Poppy Love once again. And that's why I love Poppy in the beginning. So I love the performance. And the only complaint I had was when the picture turned around, I was like, wait, oh, that's him. Okay. I didn't get it.
It took me a while. I wish it would have just been like a picture of Poppy or something to really sell that I think about myself.
Yeah, I know. At first I was like, wait, who is that? And then I was like, oh, right. Because I've been used to seeing Poppy as Poppy and then AJ without the beard, so I kind of forgot.
It's been a long competition. You know, it's been a winding road, and I can't really blame you for maybe something slipping, because if you ask me what happened in week 3 or 4, I could not tell you right now, but here we are, Poppy.
At the end of the road with you, and you did great. Good job, Poppy. Well, and then finally, we have Thirsty Von Trapp, who did Hollaback Girl. Such a fun song to take on, such fun costumes. I mean, she looked amazing, but there was something that was really missing for me. It was something in the face, something in the energy. I don't know if she got into her own head or something, but yeah, it was a miss for me.
I unfortunately have to agree. As we alluded to earlier, she did peak at the right time, so I thought she was going to come into the swinging. You know, Gwen Stefani, another queen of pop. And like to see her, you know, go full Gwen Stefani was great, but it wasn't all the way. Like there were still some doubts. It wasn't completely free of doubt, you know.
Oh, I just got that. Oh, I hate myself. I'm mad. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good work.
I was happy to see Thirsty in the finale, but I was not really happy seeing that she kind of stumbled again. Like it went back to old Thirsty. Went back to maybe the finale got her nervous or something. It was just compared to the other two, it was not really great, and it's unfortunate that it went on last out of them.
If she'd gone first, maybe we would have remembered it more fondly. But watching these two powerhouse performances and then having Thirsty come on and kind of give me like dead eyes a little bit, that was tough. And it was such a fun premise, you know? And like the moves were all there. The costumes were great. It was just the energy level was low. And I think it must have been nerves or something.
Yeah, she didn't go bananas. Yeah, especially like...
Okay, thank you. I like that one.
That one works, right?
Good.
So, you know, when they're spelling out bananas and she was just kind of sitting there, I was like, oh... No, Thirsty, come on, go bananas.
Yeah. Where are the banana peels, like, raining down from the ceiling or something, you know? Yeah, come on, give me something.
We needed that little extra kick. We needed that grand finale kick. And unfortunately, Thirsty didn't have it. She fell into her own Von Trapp.
You're really full of them today. This is great. You're doing a great job with all these puns.
I have to get them all out before we're done with this. So.
You've been holding on to these all season. It's time. Let them be free. That's it. That's all the performances we get for this season, which is, wild that we won't get to see them perform again, except for we've got the lip sync for the crown. So it's a little different. It's a little bit extra for us, though. We get to still have last visitation rights with our three queens.
one last one to go home on, and I'm so excited.
Great.
I wasn't so excited. Unfortunately, it's the problem with doing like three queens at once in a lip sync. It gets troubling because the camera can't follow all three of them at the same time.
Right.
But throughout, there's a clear standout. Poppy was just there right from the beginning. She didn't really jump into the crowd again. So
yeah, thank God.
And Chakra, who's always been on the top of her performance game, was there again, but she had just won Miss Congeniality, which is it was cool to see her win. I'm glad because Tatiana Lee's been very in all the backstage interviews and everything. She's been just the nicest person, and I assume she's the same way throughout, right?
Yeah, she seems lovely, absolutely.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing is to announce it right before they do the lip sync. I was like, there's no way she's going to win Congeniality and the crown. So It was unfortunately between Poppy and Thirsty at that point. Yeah. And when you compare the two in the lip sync, Poppy clearly just was ready for it, was ready for the crowd, ready for the finale, ready for it all.
But it was so strange for me because I thought Chakra had the best lip sync, but I knew that she wasn't gonna win. So I was like, okay, what am I, rigor mortis, baby, rigor mortis. No, I just didn't get it. I was like, why is she lip syncing if she's not really in the final two? Would they crown Miss Congeniality the winner? What are we doing here? The format was a little odd there. I didn't really know what we were doing with that. But Poppy obviously did way better than Thirsty. Thirsty kind of had a stumble all week.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, especially when you compete, when you compare someone who is on top of their game with someone who's stumbling right at the end. Yeah. There's really only one clear winner.
Shocker. Well, not Chakra, shocker. Poppy Love is our winner. And I think if you take the tapes back, we called her as the winner from week 1, so I think we are also the real winners.
Did we call it?
I think we did.
Did we get this one?
I think we did, because right off the bat, we were like, oh, she's got star power. She's going all the way to the end. I think it was between her and Donna for us. Poppy was really consistent all season. I have to say that. Even her lows were not that low.
Yeah, when she was low, it was more because she's done so well every other week, right?
Exactly.
If she was low, it was because she stumbled on doing 5 reveals instead of limiting it to 1 or 2, right? It was
right.
It was the ambition that was her downfall in some cases, but clearly paring it back, really fine-tuning it, and really becoming Poppy Love, and AJ loving himself as Poppy Love.
Yeah.
And finally letting go in so many ways. It was very emotional, and it was such it was such a great win for a great charity too, for Trans Lifeline.
Yeah.
It's great. This is what this competition was about, and compared to the first season, this is a whole other game. This was the way to go out. Poppy exploded right from the jump, and I'm glad to see AJ win this. Good for you. Backstreet's back, all right.
Backstreet's back, baby. Where do they go? And do you know what I thought was really emotional? Weirdly enough, seeing his fellow Backstreet Boys, it was Nick and Kevin, they did a little message for him that they played before the crowning. And it was just, it was really beautiful to see them both really supporting him and cheering him on. You could see Kevin was watching it in the background as he was saying this message, and they were just like, we know you've got it in you. You're totally going for the crown, and we've always seen this in you. And that was just really sweet to me. I really like that.
I hope, as a performer, this has taught him to further open up more so than he ever has before. I hope Poppy Love, maybe he'll never get into Poppy Love again, but I hope that part of him never leaves, because clearly over these last few weeks, months now, couple of months now, that AJ has become this other person, this performer, and it was definitely a crowning performance. Like this was it, and good for you, Poppy Love, and good for us for calling it from the beginning.
Mostly good for us, because look at us, we're geniuses. Now, here's my question to you. If you had to rank the top 3, first, second, and third, without kind of the, the ranking that they gave us with the Miss Congeniality and the winner, where would you have fallen just based on this last episode?
I think the same. I probably would have given Chakra the win. I like thinking about it. It's really tough because they are kind of neck and neck. But in terms of Chakra, she's always been strong, and she was very strong in that final lip sync. So, and because they cut her sails right there at the end, I was like, oh, she can't win, but maybe I would have given it to Chakra. And then, Thirsty third, unfortunately.
Yeah, I kind of was thinking the same thing. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on this, but I really liked Poppy as the winner. Nothing to take away from AJ there, but Chakra, I feel like really killed this last episode. If we're just going based on this episode, I think she would have been my winner. If we're going based on the entire season, then, then Poppy. And some people were saying Chick was robbed, and I don't disagree with that, but I don't 100% agree with it,
Yeah, that's a very interesting thing, because I'm sitting here going, oh, Donna, we could have used you in this top 3. But Chick LaFay is another one who was right there at the edge, and I wouldn't say robbed, but I would say that would have been an interesting top 3. I would have liked to see that.
Me too. That would have been a good top 3. And of course, I mean, if we could have expedited Donna all the way to the finale ourselves, we would have carried her there ourselves. We love her.
Maybe next season they can do the traditional, lip sync for your life comp tournament before getting to the final 2. There are ways to fine tune this for season 3 and beyond. Like this was clearly like a very experimental season. We didn't get Snatch Game until very late in the game. We didn't get any kind of variety in the competitions until very late in the game. So I can't wait to see how they further change this for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. I really love the new format. I really enjoyed this entire season. It's only going to get better, I'm sure, because they've had feedback and a chance to, kind of figure it out. So season 3, I'm excited.
It hasn't been renewed, but crossing my fingers. This is RuPaul. We're getting like 20 seasons of it. Come on.
You're right.
Let's go. Let's go. Give it to us.
Give it to us. And we will be back here recapping it if it's renewed.
Absolutely.
We've had so much fun recapping this entire season with you guys. So thank you so much for watching Dragged, and we'll see you soon.